build digital sales without agencies. Now I ride my motorcycle around the world, sharing stories of marketing, sales, and AI.
Welcome to my next episode of my travel podcast. Today I'm in Morocco. And while I was doing my research, I was looking for an amazing character that has a lot of knowledge in AI. And to be honest, I was successful. And today I'm really happy to have this episode talking with Driss. So welcome.
Thank you. Welcome to Morocco and Tangier. Happy to meet you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I'm really happy being here. I mean, nobody can see this, but we have the ocean next to us here.
Correct. A fantastic view from here.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think I see some sheep and also some camels over there.
Yes, because we are far away from downtown. We are about, maybe 10 to 15 kilometers from downtown. So this is an empty place. There are nobody here. It's a bit kind of rural, slowly moving into urban setup. So it's still very empty, a bit wild, with the ocean. So correct. Not a lot of people. Fantastic view on the ocean. Yeah, I love it actually.
Yes.
Welcome again, and happy to meet you again.
Yes, thank you so much for the invitation.
Sure,
I really love it.
My pleasure. You can come back anytime.
Okay.
And we'll work on that to bring you back. We'll work on that.
Amazing. Driss, can you tell me a little bit more about your career and how you came onto the idea of working with AI, especially here on the point of view of Africa or North Africa?
Sure. I mean, very quickly. I mean, I left Morocco when I was a young guy for my studies, and that was to France. And I studied in France, and then I didn't go back to Morocco. I started working in Europe. So I started in Brussels with Procter & Gamble, and that was in Brussels. And then I went to Italy, back to Brussels, Geneva in Switzerland. Mm-hmm. And then I left actually Procter & Gamble and went to the UAE, United Arab Emirates, in the Gulf. Worked there for 3 years, and that made it like 22 years away from Morocco. And then I had enough. I decided to come back to Morocco. So I came back to Morocco in 2011. I went back to Casablanca because Casablanca is the economic capital of Morocco. So all business pretty much is in Casablanca. So that's where the clients are and the businesses. So I went back to Casablanca and worked there till basically Corona, the famous virus. And then we learned that we can work from home. This is something we couldn't imagine before. So we learned that it's possible to work from home. So I decided to come back home, which means my hometown where I was basically born, which is Tangier. And this is how I came back to Tangier. Now, in terms of career, all my career was in market research. So basically all my career, I was collecting data and analyzing data. That's what I have done. But it was always marketing data because market research. So it was always marketing data. In 2018, I started my own company, which is the one I'm running right now, H&Q. And we slowly came to realize that basically collecting data, analyzing data is not that different from what AI is. So we started basically implementing AI in market research. And then we came to realize that collecting data and analyzing data is not a marketing thing only. You can do it in industry, you can do it in HR, you can do it in finance, you can do it in anything.
Yeah.
So we started basically developing AI solution for any vertical. And we started moving slowly from marketing. So today, basically, H&Q, my startup, is doing pretty much two big things, I would say. One is still doing market research, our original love. So we are still doing market research, either fully automated, digitized using AI, or even the classical way for people who do not feel comfortable enough to move to digital automation, stuff like that. So we still respect that, and we work the classical way with those who cannot make the move. But those who can make the move, we basically accompany them and go with them to the limits in terms of using AI and unleashing the potential of AI in market research. And the other big pillar is developing AI solutions for industry, for HR, for any business, basically. Whenever a client is in a kind of a digital journey, trying to automate, digitize his business, we are here to help, basically.
So you're developing AI solutions by
Absolutely.
You're not using
No.
you're developing that.
We develop AI solutions, basically, and we develop custom solutions. So basically, we work on a project by project basis, client by client basis, and we develop like bespoke AI solutions. Yeah.
Well, what is for me really interesting is that, for example, in Germany, where the most of my visitors are from, it's really difficult to find AI experts. How is it going here in Morocco or Tangier?
I would say, listen, Morocco as a country, from an economic point of view and a financial point of view, Morocco is a small country, economically speaking. I mean, our GDP is probably around 150 billion, I think, dollars. So that's probably less than the sales of Procter & Gamble, the company I used to work with. So a company sells more than the GDP of Morocco. So we are a small country. Still, I mean, for what we are in terms of size, we have a good, I would say, ecosystem of expertise, startups, people, organizations, etc. Compared to Europe or the US, whatever, they are small, but for what we are, I think it's a good place to start with. It's a good beginning for us. So we have quite some startup work in the area of automation, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, all these things. I think there is I would say, a decent ecosystem here in Morocco. More in Casablanca, because again, Casablanca is really the economic capital of Morocco. Less in Tangier, but okay. I mean, I came back to Tangier for psycho reason, because this is my hometown and I want to stay in it. But I am trying now with others to develop. As I told you, I'm like in few days or weeks now, probably 2-3 weeks from now, I will deliver like AI training for some business people here in Tangier. I have delivered like a presentation about automation and how you automate lead generation for small businesses. To people. So we are trying to create things and help develop an ecosystem locally here in Tangier.
Okay, nice. And at the moment, your clients are where they are based?
Listen, we do probably 30% of our business outside of Morocco. This is mainly Europe and North America. 70% in Morocco. Out of the 70% in Morocco, probably 90% in Casablanca, or 95% in Casablanca.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of.
Yes, so it's a lot of business. So Casablanca is, yes, exactly. Casablanca is the place. Yes, definitely.
Definitely. What is for you the challenge to bring your services to Europe, for example?
I would say probably is the level of connection and the trust you need to build with people. I mean, it's hard for people, in Europe to work with, foreigners or strangers for them. It's not easy. Even if in terms of expertise, we really develop world-class solutions, and we are not shy about that. We are extremely competitive in terms of pricing. So, Moroccan prices compared to Europe, we probably operate at maybe 50-60% of European prices. So we're very cheap. But, it's not all about expertise. It's not all about money. It's also about trust. People like to work with people with whom they feel at ease. They feel comfortable. And that's not easy to build quickly. So that, yes, we definitely need that. So, yeah, as I was telling you before, we need basically bridges. We need people who can bridge that trust gap between us as service providers and clients in Western Europe. So we definitely have a lot of value to offer. But again, it needs that trust, gap to be bridged with people probably like yourself, I guess, because you are traveling and meeting people and you are open to others and stuff like that. So that puts you in a good position to play that role.
Yeah, it's everything about trust. Yes, you're
Yeah,
right. Yes, I
absolutely.
mean, we are
Absolutely.
not usually working with companies, we are working with people. And
Absolutely.
we are taking the decision because of a connection and the
Absolutely.
trust we have.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, especially on a market when we are talking about AI solutions,
Yeah.
there a lot of people have only an idea what it doesn't really mean. So
Yeah.
I think in
Yeah.
this kind of new market, you already
It's even more
need
important.
even more trust.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Absolutely. But this is definitely, I would say, what what is, I would say, holding us back a bit from develop our full potential in Western Europe or in the US or whatever. So yeah, definitely that. But in terms of the fundamentals, I
Yeah.
mean, what we build, pricing, all those things, I think there is nothing to be shy about. We are really doing great work. We have fantastic
Yeah.
prices. Yeah.
Okay. My community is always asking me, Emma, what is the best part in my company I can or I have to implement AI solutions to get a quick benefit out of it? What
Yeah.
do you think, in your perspective, what is the best thing a company should do?
Listen, there is no one size fits all.
Okay.
It's different by company, by issue, by etc. What I would tell any client is I was actually, when is that? We are Tuesday, right? Yesterday, Monday.
Yes. Okay.
Monday I was in a company, you might know them actually, they are Dyer Aerospace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are building planes basically.
Okay.
So I was with them yesterday because they have a lot of issues in terms of automation and need to look for optimization, cost reduction, quality control, a lot of things where they can implement automation and and improve what they do. Yeah, and when you talk to them, what you see is tons of opportunity, tons of things you can do for them.
For sure.
But what we agreed, the guy I was with and myself is, listen, you know what we want to do? Just put a list and put a number in terms of priorities. And there are two ways you can look at a priority. Either because you see immediately a lot of money, you will win because you will optimize a process or automate a process or something like that. So this is important for you. It would be like a big cost saving or something like that. And you start there. Or you can go the other way around, like the low-hanging fruit, something that you can do quickly, easily, and you get some money, but at least it gets you in the mood of digitization, you get in the mood of automation, you get in the mood of working with those new suppliers, because typically the AI guys are new suppliers, maybe in terms of mindset or something like that.
Yeah,
so you need to get to know these people and trust them, etc. So either you start from something that is important for your business, but this needs a lot of trust if you want to do that, or you start small and you see how things go, how this guy is, will this guy deliver or not? Because if you work on a small thing, then you are not taking a big risk. And if it works for you, then you can start moving up the ladder. You go to more complex things. But for me, you should not take it. You should not think a lot in terms of So yeah, it's difficult not to have a strategy. We will always advise people to have a strategy, but sometimes the strategy or the high level thinking stops you from doing things that are simple and deliver immediate solution, fix immediate issues. And I think you need to find like the good compromise between these two. So you need to have, of course, a strategy and a perception or an image in mind where you want to go, where I want to be, how success look like for me, etc. You need to have that kind of analysis of your situation. But also you need to be able to say, okay, then I have 10 things. If I prioritize them, these are the top 3, and I want to start here, and I start doing things.
Okay.
Because when you do things, you start learning, you start building the trust with people, you start see the limitation of what people are selling to you. Because many people will sell AI as the panacea or as something that fixes everything. And the minute you start implementing AI, you start see that, oh no, it's not solving everything. There are issues that come with it, stuff like that. So yeah. But the thing is, if you move, those people who move first into these areas, they will make mistakes, of course. They will.
What is a common mistake in this?
I guess a lot of things from what I have seen. For instance,
Perhaps tell me the most worst part where you see that was a mistake. Where you know, like my community can learn out of this.
I think is probably the biggest one I have seen is the resistance from people to change. Because when you bring like new processes, automation, digital approaches to things, this means that you are going to ask people to change the way they do things, they operate. So they were operating a certain way, and you want them now to do something different. And many people have hard time with this change, especially if they perceive that this change is not coming from them, if they are not part of developing it, implementing it, if they feel like someone is coming to tell us how to do our work, and we were not part of that process, like the process of auditing the issues, thinking about the solution, developing the solution, testing the solution, that whole process. If I was not part of that, and it just something is telling me what to do, and it involves that I need to change the way I work, many people will show resistance for that.
Okay.
And that make a lot of digitization projects basically fail, because people do not embark or do not basically own fully those processes. And either explicitly or implicitly, they kind of make obstacles basically in the way of those projects, or maybe sometimes even, I don't know, maybe subconsciously, I don't know.
It's always a challenge to come into this process, because the people usually they are crossing their arms, like I'm afraid about new technologies.
Exactly, it's not just technology.
AI, and it's also, I think it's when I'm implementing AI solutions or talking with my clients about this, a lot of people in sales especially are afraid that they are now collecting all my data.
Yes.
How you're handling this?
Yeah, because to me, as I said, it's really you need to involve people from early on any change process. You should not work like with only, for instance, say top management, and you develop those things, whatever you develop with top management, and you cook it in like a dark room, and then one day, hey, we have a solution. That kind of stuff really doesn't work. And I think not only us as suppliers, but also managements in companies, what you will see most of the time, that people who lead those change processes are not the top managers, but the middle managers.
Oh, yes.
So
I agree.
Yeah, so these are the guys who will work, let's say, more directly with the providers of those solutions. And those guys, it's not easy, because not only they need to bring the supplier, they need to convince upward and downward. They need to convince their managers, and they need to convince whoever is a bit down in hierarchy to embark. And that's not an easy exercise. So, but that's what it takes. I mean, if you want to succeed, that's what it takes. You really need to get serious involvement from higher management. It's not like just, okay, this is a project, test it. If it works, fantastic. If it doesn't work, then you see what I mean? Yes. They need to show that they are really intentional about it. It's also their project.
And they have to be an idol for the others.
Yeah,
for sure,
they involve themselves.
But often, a lot of times, the managers, the people, they're restricting this process a little bit, because they are often more experienced, a little bit older, and they're a little bit afraid about new technologies, and also about perhaps in the future they don't need me anymore. Did you ever had this situation? What do you think about
this? I guess the replacement idea. I haven't seen much that, but the one I have seen is more what I was describing, which is basically you need to secure support and involvement for top management, and you need to involve people that you are going to impact in terms of working processes early in the process, so like they feel this is their process. So for instance, if I am auditing a process that I want to digitize, I want to talk to all those guys who are involved to tell me what they are doing, for instance, where they see issues and how we can help them. And before even I develop something, I can, for instance, when I have like some of my early ideas, how I'm going to go about it, I can, for instance, imagine like maybe like a process where I have a regular meeting with those people, maybe once every 2 weeks or whatever. It depends on the situation, but something regular where I say, this is what I am thinking about. What do you think? Will this help you if I do it this way? Because someone might say, no, this won't work with us, but you know what? If you do it this way, it will be better. And if you are open-minded and smart enough, you will take feedback from those people and say, okay, fantastic, I'll take this. And you make them feel that they are part of the team, the development team, basically, and not just like they are subject there. And you see what I mean? They will get a solution from you, but they have no idea what it is, how does it work, etc. Maybe you will train them later on, but they need to feel it's also their solution. And if there is an issue, it's their issue, and they need to be involved in creating a solution for their issue to improve the way they work. So if you can create that kind of feeling, that helps a lot. But that's not easy. What I'm saying here, like, it's theoretical. It's very easy to say, very difficult to do. Yeah.
How would you, I mean, like you have a background from Europe or the States and also here from Morocco. What do you think about the Moroccan companies? Do they accept coming AI inside of the companies, automatize their processes, or
it depends really.
Is this something they have never heard about it?
No. AI in Morocco is really now is wherever you go, you hear AI. I mean, there is. Oh yeah, absolutely. Everybody is talking about AI. Does not mean people are using AI. You know, there's always a gap between the time when people start talking about something. And implementing something like that. It's like it's like sustainability. People start talking about sustainability and maybe saving energy and all these things, maybe 100 years back. But the concrete action in this direction took many years to be implemented, slowly, of course. So it's the same thing. So today, if you talk to business people in Morocco, they all know what AI is. I mean, the trainings in Morocco now every day are happening everywhere. People are trained about AI, talking about AI. Now, how many AI projects are implemented, succeeding, etc.? I think probably you can count them in the fingers of a hand.
Okay, but there is.
But the hype is there.
Yeah, there's consciousness for
exactly.
this topic.
The awareness, discussion, all that is building. Yeah, definitely. But real project, not much and not easy. I mean, personally, I take one of my clients, for instance. I'm not going to name my client, but one of my clients. We tried like implementing chatbots. Very difficult.
What kind of chatbots?
Like client service, like implemented
on the
website, for instance. Didn't work really because the teams, they were not really highly involved, etc. So we built those chatbots, but it went nowhere really. So I would say out of 4 attempts, 1 only worked well. 1 where we created a solution for basically using computer vision, where when they have people basically posting for them content on social media, and to pay these people basically take pictures of their content, so like as a proof that I have posted something. And they send it back to the company so that the company pay them. So they were doing this manually. So we said, you know what? We create a system for you where these people can simply upload those pictures in WhatsApp, and those pictures will come automatically to a system we will create. It has computer vision. It will understand immediately who the person is from the pseudo of that person, the picture, the text, and it will count everything for you automatically. That one worked fantastically well, and it's still working now.
Oh, nice.
But 3 other attempts failed. And
what was the reason for why does this project fail?
the way I see it is basically people probably in terms of priority and it's for them. I mean, their workload and all these things they have to do. Investing time and effort on a chatbot probably is very low in their priority list. So even if someone in the company says, "Guys, having a chatbot in your website would be fantastic," etc., and I guess they agree. They say, "Hey, a good idea." But to work on it on a daily basis and involve yourself and spend time on it and for instance just test it and give feedback to the developers, etc., it takes time, and those people have a lot of other things to do. So probably just a priority issue in this case, I don't know. But I just want to show you like a concrete case of what's happening in reality. Like the talk is probably hundreds, the products probably 10, successful product is probably one.
Okay.
But that's normal, that's natural. For me, that's not an issue. This is normal, this is how it should be. A lot of people talk, small number of people develop, even smaller number succeed. And with time, those proportions change. So the 100 talking, they keep talking, let's say. The 10 developing probably becomes 15, 20, 25. The successful product, from one you go 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. with time. And I guess maybe 20 years from now, or I don't know how many years from now.
20 years.
I don't
20
know.
years feel really far away at the moment.
But at a point in time, AI will feel like normal, will be like everyday business for everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
But today is early days. But again, exciting days.
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think AI will replace the most of our jobs and we will have a huge problem with employment?
Listen, I mean, all my life is around AI, so I cannot be negative about AI because that's what I do. It's how I do AI for a living. So I can only be positive about AI. What I think. Seriously, I don't think will AI create issues for sure. Will AI replace some jobs? Yes. Will AI augment some jobs and make them even more interesting for people? Yes.
Okay.
Will be stuff that AI will have a minor role in? Yes. So we have everything basically. But deeply in my soul, or I don't know, I am not afraid for human beings, for some people, for some reason. I guess this is maybe this is probably my psycho profile. I think people will find their way around AI. We learn every day how to manage AI, how to manage the issues AI will create, because it will create issues. So humans find always ways around technology. Before there was no tractors, or there was no, farming was done by people by hand. Today is done by computers, and we are still living. We have many things with the internet. The same internet changed so many things in our lives. We are still living. AI will do the same. It will bring significant impact to humanity, I'm sure. But I still keep this faith that people will always find ways in terms of, how to go forward. But this is like more psychological stuff. I have no scientific argument it will go this way or this other way. I mean, and AI, and that's normal with artificial intelligence. I may take the big guys who really, you would call them the founders of AI or the fathers of AI. Take, I don't know, maybe Jeffrey Hinton or maybe Lequin, the French guy at Meta. They have completely opposite views about AI. And these are the guys who you would argue they are the fathers of AI, and they don't agree. So how we feel about AI is not expertise. It does not come from our expertise. How we feel about AI does not come from, factual reasoning or something like that. It's more psycho. So some people are naturally scared. Some people are more open to innovation. Some people are in the middle. And this is how we judge what will happen with the AI.
But there's a big change.
But
now,
of course,
when I see people like in public transport, I see even more people using ChatGPT.
Yes. No, absolutely.
And now it's getting more famous.
Yeah.
And it's also like a friend I can ask if I have problems.
Absolutely.
But there I also see a risk, to be honest, because
Sure.
we are taking more decisions onto data-based
Correct.
recommendations.
Yeah.
And the question is, how good are these recommendations? And
some
I
of
think probably it's more about the data.
some of them will be bad, and some people will make mistakes, and there will be issues. And I'm sure even at a point in time there will be like some serious negative implication of some AI stuff. I'm sure.
Yeah.
But electricity killed quite some people.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, it's a nice way to think it. Yes, for sure. Innovations.
It comes with
good
fantastic
and
stuff and with some price we pay, and there will be mistakes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And AI will do crazy things for some people, I'm sure.
But
But overall,
Yeah.
and as I said, this is not a scientific argument. I might be wrong, but this is just, I guess, is more psycho thing. This is how we are as people. So
Okay, yes.
I am more positive about human capacity to manage future. Some other people probably might be more negative and say, no, we don't trust people to do great things. So we need a lot of laws, a lot of control, and a lot of this and this and that, which I understand. People are different. So
Yeah, and there are a lot of voices outside there
Yeah.
telling the future belongs to the people working with their hands instead of typing into data, because this we don't need even more. So
Yeah, correct.
Let's see.
Correct.
I'm really interested into your 3 most favorite AI tools you're using and you would recommend.
I mean,
I know it's difficult to choose 3.
I am a heavy user of AI. So really, I'm a heavy user. So of course, LLMs, without recommending anyone. So ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, LLMs, large language models, all of them. Like Claude or Perplexity or ChatGPT, any one of them. I'm not recommending anyone. People do Quen or whatever, or the other one from China, whatever.
But what of them are you using personally?
What
is your favorite?
Personally, I use more ChatGPT for a simple reason. Not that I prefer whatever. It's just that we use it a lot to develop our own solutions, and we don't use the ChatGPT like people. Developers, they use APIs, so we use the development ecosystem of ChatGPT. So in that sense, because we are paying those licenses, I use them because I'm paying them. So I'm not pay this and use this other thing or whatever. So it just, but it's not, I don't want to recommend this or that, but I think people need to use large language models, whatever they want, but they need to use them because it's a lot of help. Because, if you want to write, if you want to understand something, if you want to summarize something, if you want to access document, if you want to search even the internet now, whatever, it's a lot of things they do for you and make your life easy. So that for sure, LLMs for sure. Apart from LLMs, in what we do, I guess, no, that's too technical. Like the thing we use, like computer vision, like, speech to text, text to speech, all those processes of, capturing.
This is I'm really interested in. What tools are you using?
We develop, you see, I mean, for us, we do a mix of things. Either we develop native stuff using Python and stuff like that, or we use API. So typically it's a combination of API and some native.
You are working with Whisper, for example, or something?
We work with, we use those technologies, not Whisper specifically, but we use those technologies. So I'll give you an example, for instance, since I do market research, that was my historical, let's say, competency, or that's where I spend most of my life, is in market research. For instance, we have developed a market research piece for a tourism fair in Saudi, in Saudi, where they ask us basically to ask. I don't know how much you are aware about this, but in Saudi they are trying to develop tourism. Saudi before was like a closed country.
Yeah. I didn't know this. Okay.
Saudi, they use not. You couldn't, in the past, you couldn't go to Saudi for tourism. You would only go to Saudi for business or to go to a pilgrimage for religious reason. But you couldn't go for tourism. Now they are opening the country. So they ask us to do a study in 6 different countries. So, and ask people, how they perceive Saudi and what they are looking for when they go for tourism, how they choose their destination, what they like to do when they are traveling, etc. So basically doing a survey. Yeah. And the countries that they ask us to work with are China, Japan, Germany, France, UK, and Italy. These 6 countries. So you see, these are different languages.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't master them, and we want to ask people. So we create basically a survey. And you know what the survey is? It's basically a chatbot that asks people in their language those questions.
Okay, so very easy implementation.
Yeah. So we had the chatbot basically talking to Germans in German, to Chinese in Chinese, to Japanese in Japanese, to US in English, etc. And asking them about, what do you like when you travel, what do you do, how you choose, how you do this or that or that. So we collected data from those 6 countries with bots.
Okay.
So no one
sense.
asking, bots asking people, like verbally, and you reply verbally. And we collected the data. And in all this data we collected, our bot basically allows the Saudis to ask verbally the bot
about the feedback.
And give them the analysis of the data. So the bot would say, now I understand that, for instance, one question could be, give me segments of people when it comes to tourism, how they perceive, how they do this or that. So the bot would say, there are 4 groups, adventure seekers, farniente seekers, sports, whatever. And the bot will analyze the data and give you the answers, all this verbally.
Okay.
So that's
really clever implementation, because you have all the data and the chatbot including in one application.
Yes.
And you can use that.
That full process is automated.
Yes, that's really interesting.
So where we used to, when I was a young guy, we used to have like interviewers who go to people and ask them questions and kind of write down the answers.
And you have to collect the data, you have to make a dashboard reporting and all
now what we have done now is we send links to people. You go to that link, you have a chatbot. The chatbot say, hello, I want to ask you a few questions about, how you decide about your destination, how you prepare your trips, etc. And you answer verbally. And the data is analyzed real time. You can ask the bot, okay, now give me an analysis. How many people like this or that? The bot will say, yeah.
But this is also something where I think that the most of my clients I'm consulting, they're a little bit blind about the feedback of the clients. So they are not doing surveys or something. Do you think it's a good idea for every mid-sized company with especially business to business to ask or to do a survey to ask the clients?
The technology today help you and make it easy for you. You don't even need to do a survey. For instance, if you have a chatbot in your website and you have your clients, and your client can go anytime to that chatbot to say, you have done a fantastic work with me, or to say, there was a problem, you can do even better, or something like that. So you are collecting this feedback on a going basis.
Yeah, but the biggest challenge is that to bring somebody to work with this chatbot.
You don't.
They go on the website, they see it, but they're not using the chatbot for a survey or something.
You need to.
Especially the Germans. The Germans are really like, I don't want to type in data.
Fantastic. No, don't type. Speak. Easy. You don't type. You can do it verbally. You speak to a chatbot. You say, this job was lousy or this job was great. You can do it verbally. You don't need to write.
Yeah, it's more about putting data inside.
Yes, you just speak. And again, if your client do not like chatbots, maybe they like WhatsApp, you can do it. The same you can do with WhatsApp. Maybe they like, I don't know, Facebook Messenger. You can do the same. Maybe they prefer email. Okay, the same. So today you can create automated solution that collect customer data wherever it is, from social media, from your website with the chatbot, from WhatsApp, from Messenger, from whatever it is, and then bring it all into one place. And as as soon as the data hits your place, it gets analyzed immediately. And immediately you have basically you have like a picture of where you are, what is great about your business, what are the problems, how can you can improve your business, what are the things you need to work on as a priority, what are the things that are not important for your customers.
And then you can take the right decisions if you have
Immediately.
data, because data is everything.
Yes, and the way you capture it is very easy.
Okay,
You
I
have
understand.
chatbot, you can do it WhatsApp. We develop a solution today. No matter what the channel your client prefer, you offer them to give you feedback through that channel.
So it's your own solution?
Yes.
Okay, tell me more about this. Now I'm really interested to hear more about this.
Yes, we have today, for instance, one of the solutions we have developed is kind of, call it a CRM, communication, whatever you want to call it, basically. So the idea is basically is that you allow your client to talk to you or you talk to them through all the channels that you have available, like WhatsApp, Messenger, chatbot, email, name it, phone. They can even phone and have a bot talking to them by phone, the same. And whatever they use, the data goes into one place. No matter what channel they choose to use, it goes to one place. The moment it hits that place, it is analyzed. You, as a company using our solution, you see immediately the results. You see immediately we have like a red flag or you have a green flag.
Okay, is it possible to connect the system with other CRMs like HubSpot or something? Did you already did an implementation to connect it?
I need to talk to the technical guys that working for me with like solution like HubSpot, etc. But I guess probably yes, because it's APIs and inter-system communication, so it should be.
Yeah, HubSpot has an API interface, because this is something I'm really interested into.
Yeah.
Because like the most of the I would say all of the German companies, they have a CRM system implemented.
Yes.
And they want to see the results of flags regarding to one client who, for example, who is not satisfied, or he has some doubts that this flag is coming on this data set.
Yes,
immediately.
Yeah. And you can even develop the way you can cater to those issues. Like if a client come to me, right? Now I have a bot, or whatever that thing is. It could be WhatsApp, it could be anything. So someone come and complains. You can decide that not only you get that feedback, but you do something about it automatically. So like the bot starts handling the issue, start answering, giving information, helping people, etc. And you can even say, in this scenario, I want you to then send an email to this person, because now I want AI to stop and a person to intervene.
Yeah. So it's like a workflow management to implement it into
this
the process.
This all can be done automatically, basically.
Okay, yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, I think in general that the power of surveys, and especially with your existing clients, it can be a game changer. If you're using this data correctly, you can see very early signals where you have the chance that, for example, sales or customer success can talk with the client to avoid that something is going to the wrong direction.
Exactly.
Or to find new potential going into...
I have examples actually where you can see some of the issues building over time. So you can see the trends. So I have one actually with our airlines where you can see like an issue building up. So for it, and I remember very well, that was about catering in the airplane. So you can see that there was no issue starting at a point in time, but you have then a curve basically, and you are tracking people comments on social media, all social media, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, whatever. So we just go and collect every piece of comments, post, etc. about our national airlines.
In real time,
Real time. And we analyze what it is about. So are they talking about whatever it is, delays, price, food, I don't know, maybe stewards being nice, whatever.
Yeah.
And we track that on a weekly basis, and we see how things develop. And you can see really that, for instance, for catering, food, nothing is happening. And suddenly you can see that thing building. You can see 1 comment, 2 comment, 3 comments, 5 comments, 10 comments, 20 comments.
There has to be a reason for.
Yes. You can see a trend building, basically. You can see it live, basically.
Wow.
And that you can see, something is happening with our catering.
Yes.
So you need to go and try and understand what's going on and fix it. And again, this is not survey, which is interesting, because you sometimes surveys, in the classical definition of a survey, they might feel a bit heavy for people. They spend time filling in whatever.
For sure.
The opportunity today is not to impose on people those structured surveys, question, etc., but just capturing their natural feedback when they write comments on social media, if they speak to a bot because they have an issue, whatever. You just capture the natural reaction of people, and you analyze it. It's equivalent to asking them a question, what is going okay for you or where you have an issue. You can just get it from whatever they do naturally.
But in this meaning, you can use every signal. For example, if you have a CRM system and you see, usually I write with this customer, 20 emails per week.
Correct.
And then it's getting less or more.
Any signal.
This could be any kind of signal.
Any signal.
So I have to use this data to find anomalies where something is changing.
Absolutely.
To get into this process, to go behind the scenes and see what's going on here. Why is this happening?
And you can offer also the classical surveys too. But the thing is, you need to build a system that capture everything about your client.
And it's an honest way to analyze
data. It's natural, because
you are saying, should I put this?
If someone is happy and will go and write, I bought this thing from Rive, your brand or stores there in Germany. Rive, fantastic product, whatever. Or maybe they are not happy and they say, Rive, today I bought something. It was, I don't know what. It was terrible, whatever. You just capture that.
For sure. It's really interesting to work more into signals, and especially on B2B, because when you have big clients, they have different departments, and you're working with different employees onto projects that you see, depending on emails and a lot of signals, changes.
And that's the idea of having everything come into one place. So no matter what the channel is, where the information is coming from, the information needs to go into one place, because crossing information gives you a lot of ideas. When something comes from here, something comes from here, something comes from here, something comes from, and you put it together in one place, this in itself can give you fantastic opportunities in terms of understanding what's going on, where the issues are, where the improvement areas are, what you can do about this or this other issue, whatever. And that's for clients, but you can do it for everything. You can do it for your own employees. You can have a bot in your maybe in your intranet or website, company website, where your employees go back and say, I am loving it working for you, or I don't like it. Maybe the colleagues are not very helpful, or maybe teamwork is not fantastic. And you can measure basically how your social climate is in your company. It's the same. Same
you have
process.
To do this anonymously, but then it's working.
You just do it on a continuous basis. You don't need to send the survey, whatever. You just give people the opportunity to express themselves in a certain way. Maybe a bot, maybe, I don't know, WhatsApp, again, whatever they want. Wherever they want. Maybe they can just go to a website and write something, whatever. It doesn't matter. The channel doesn't matter, as long as they have one, and the one they like and prefer, and use it. But for you, it doesn't matter. You can talk to me WhatsApp, you can call, you can write, you can do whatever you want. But I want all the pieces to come to one place.
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, the most important thing for a company is building up a single point of truth, so a data set.
Yes.
Connecting all the channels they're getting data from. Bringing this data into this one database or a container.
Yes.
And then you can use AI for analyzing this data, taking conclusions, building up dashboards and reporting.
Exactly. And AI, you can use it even in the collection, because when you allow people to speak, because people do not like to write. So when you allow them to speak, this is AI, because it's AI that allows someone to speak about an issue they have. Let's say we are talking, maybe customers, maybe employees is the same. When they come and they want to give a feedback about a product, about a service, about an employer, about whatever it is,
Yeah.
about an administration. If you are a government, the same. They want to say something. So if they want, rather than writing, they can say something. What allows people to speak in natural language freely and capture that as data, this is AI. This is what we call speech to text. When people speak, AI will turn that into text, so it becomes data for you.
Okay. Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
For me, it sounds like a huge project with massive costs.
That
Yeah.
this is where you need to go back to what I said in the beginning. Remember when I said be careful not to have this strategic view that becomes paralyzing.
Yeah.
And it's better to then go down and fix issues at a small level and take it from there. So rather than, for instance, concrete example, instead of imagining that all the data in a company in one place, you can just imagine maybe only marketing data go into one place. So that you create like a solution for marketing people. Maybe you do the same for the guys in the finance department. Maybe you do the same for HR department. Maybe you do the same for whatever department, or a team within that department, a small solution for a team. And then from that, and you need to be careful, because when you build those things, you need to have the vision in your mind, so that it does not need to be later on an obstacle to developing something bigger. So you build it in a way that is flexible enough and open enough to allow you to build from there going forward. Anyway, so you build that small solution here, that small solution here, and then maybe second step is you combine this with that. Then third step, this with that. So that huge things might take 30 years, 40 years. I'm exaggerating, doesn't matter. You see what I mean?
Okay.
It's not really 30, 40 years, just for you to get,
Yeah,
to get the
I
image.
understand.
So
Okay.
if it takes 40 years, I don't care. But I started building and I delivered in 2 days. 2 days, I delivered value to a client.
So it's more about continuous delivering, continuous improvement, starting quick, taking small conclusion steps,
exactly.
and then growing.
With a vision.
But if you see all the steps, what is your recommendation I should start with? But
that's for me just priority. It's just a priority call. Is either you prioritize A versus B because it's important, or you prioritize because it's easier for you and you need to develop first some level of confidence before you move forward. It's depend on a case-by-case basis. But the most important thing is that you start moving step by step with a vision. Never work on separate scattered project without a vision. You need to have a vision, otherwise it would be problematic. So you need to develop a vision and deliver small pieces toward that vision. So have a vision, deliver small pieces. And the vision, you need to deliver pieces, piece by piece. So you don't have to build that complex, big, intimidating machine, because that will give you a hard time. You might not even start because it's frightening. That's not the good way to do it. The good way to do it is deliver something and see the outcome, see the return on investment. You can see immediately the benefits.
yes.
And once you see the benefit from something, then you get excited, then you get motivated.
You want more.
Exactly.
More. Yes, this is always the idea, to bring somebody in a situation they want more.
Exactly.
So for sure. It was really interesting for me to get a new approach about collecting data and analyzing them as the first step, before I'm thinking about what I can do with this, improve sales or marketing. But first, collecting data. But
that's, I think they go hand in hand. That's the first one is what I call the vision. The other one you talked about, that's what I call vision, which is the issue. Like if you want to say, I want to improve sales, for instance. For that, you need a vision. What do I mean by vision? Let's say that, okay, I'll give a small example. It's typical in automation. Sales. Okay, today I have 20 people in my sales team. Okay. And those 20 people, basically, I need this amount of money to pay their salaries. And they bring me this amount of clients every month, or this amount of business every month, whatever. So let's have the vision. The vision, I want this sales department to bring 20% more business to cost 20% less.
Okay.
So it's okay. How can I do it? Oh, I need to see how I can automate maybe my sales team work, maybe 30% of it or 40% of it can be automated, so that my people get more time to do more interesting things, or maybe meet more clients or something like that. So I kind of free them from simple repetitive tasks through some automation. So that way they do more work, and their work cost me less, because now, they are not paid to fill in sheets or to write paper or to do something like this. This is all done by AI. And what they do now is maybe they call 20% more, or maybe they visit people 20% more, or something like that. So they bring me more money. So that, like, this is, I have a vision now. Yeah.
Yeah. And money is a big
more business.
Yeah.
I bring more business, it costs me less, etc.
Yes.
That's my vision. Now, how I do it, you go to this sales team and you see, you can audit what they do and how they do it. So the process, how they work, and say, okay, fantastic. Okay, so probably where we have like low-hanging fruit is maybe these 4 guys, they are doing something that can be easily automated. So maybe you are working with 4 people out of 20, and 16 you don't touch them. You start with 4 and you do something for these 4. The minute these 4 see something beneficial for them, say, yes, now I have more time. I can go and maybe ask ChatGPT, how do I sell more or something like that, because I have more time because of this automation or whatever.
Oh, yes, and you can use this time for a proper task.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then they see the benefits. Then they are excited for more. Maybe they tell their friends, you should do the same or whatever. And then you
understand.
Yeah. So yes, you need the vision. You cannot just go about work.
Yes.
Vision is important. But what is important also is not to try and deliver everything in your vision immediately now. No, you need it like a journey to reach that vision, and it starts with small things. So I think that's probably the way you think about it. Because if you only think about the work to be done without a vision, it might be complete chaos in a couple of months or couple of years down the road. If it's not without thinking, without strategy, you need a strategy. But if you want to deliver everything immediately, it could be probably too much of a risk in terms of resources, even psycho aspect of it, etc. Just too much. Yeah.
I'm impressed, to be honest. When I was arriving here to Tangier, I didn't expect that so much knowledge about AI. So what is my question now from my community in Europe? What common problem should they have to contact you here to get some support from your company? What is your ideal customer?
Seriously, the way we talk about stuff, we say we are vertical agnostic, which means it does not matter what is your problem. The minute anyone, no matter what business they are in, the minute they feel that bringing digitization to a process, automation, the minute they feel that they have data, but they are not getting out of it what they should be getting out of it, then we are here to help, really.
Amazing.
It doesn't matter what the sector is, it doesn't matter what the issue is, as long as you feel artificial intelligence can help you in some shape or form. The minute you feel you can automate some of your processes, the minute you feel you have data and you don't know how to make the best out of it, or you don't have data and you would like to start collecting it.
Yeah.
Again, easy. If you have, I don't know, if you have people commenting in your business and you want to understand what they are saying, if you want to analyze everything people are saying about you in social media, this is already your data. If someone says, if you are, I don't know, if you are Aldi, and people say anything people are saying about Aldi, this is already your data. And it's easy to go and collect everything people say about Aldi.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and analyze it and say, okay, what are they saying about Aldi? What is good about Aldi, and what Aldi can do better? So those kind of things. It doesn't matter. Yeah, as I said,
That's amazing.
an issue where you can digitize something, automate something, you have data and you want to make the best out of it. You want to collect data to make the best. All those scenarios we can really help with. And as I said,
I will add your contact data under my video.
I'm happy to do that. Sure.
Sure. And just in case you have any kind of issue in your company that you have the need, I want to collect data, I want to go the next step working with data, I'm sure Driss is your man here to help you.
Definitely. And it would and we would love to do that, because again, seriously, I mean, building those cross-cultural bridges and working with people in different countries and continents and cultures, and it's great. And I mean, I would love to do that. And as I said, I mean, even training, I'm happy to go to Germany anytime. And easy for me to travel, by the way, because I also have a Belgian passport, so I can go to
but
Europe.
We should do this in the summer, because now it's snowing and it's very cold.
Yes. Seriously, I mean, even training and helping people to understand better what AI is and where the potential for them is and what they can do with it, stuff like that. I'm happy to do that. And we can even do it remotely. We can do, like, we can talk to each other to Teams or all those, Zoom or all these things, where we can talk to people and exchange ideas and look for opportunities to help each other. Just lovely. Yeah, sure.
Amazing. Sure. So thank you so much for this wonderful
Pleasure.
conversation. I learned a lot.
My pleasure.
Out of this.
My pleasure.
And
I was really happy to meet you and get to change a bit ideas with you. Yeah, fantastic.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.